Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Saratoga Racecourse here on Friday. It is the 27th of August 2021. Gonna look at the stakes races on the program from Saratoga, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections for race courses around the world. Let's look at the stakes action from the spot here on Friday. It's kind of an Empire showcase of the summer, but we'll be looking at races 2, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. The second race, it is the Seeking the Ante Stakes. It's going for a purse $200,000. Race for 2-year-old filly Statebreds. Field of 6 horses going to the main track. The distance of ground here of 1,300 meters, or the 6.5 furlong trip on the Saratoga main track. 1,300 meters, 6.5 furlongs. My top selection here, we're going to go with the number 3 horse, November Rain. We'll go 3162 in the superfecta, 3162 super. Top selection 3 horse November Rain. This 2-year-old filly by Street Boss. Kelly Breen trains. Jose Ortiz gets the mount. The horse's most recent outing came the 16th of July here at Saratoga. 5.5 furlongs in main special weight for 85 grand, and he won by 5.5 lengths. He was a little bit wide that day, sat back early, slowly moved his way up, and he got the job done. The stretch going away very, very easily. Coming here facing winners and Statebred stakes quality horse for the first time shouldn't be a problem. I think he's really on the up and up, training well at Saratoga. Before that, he ran his debut at Belmont on the 18th of June, 5.5 furlongs in main special weight, 75,000, where he finished second by a neck. He sat back early, well, not sat back early, kind of dueled early on, and ran wickedly fast fractions, 45 and 3 to the half, 58 and 2 to the 5/8, and he just kind of hit the wall late. First off the bench, just don't go that fast, but he still ran his heart out there. But he really improved with the next race. Coming here, I think he should improve a lot more. 2-1, let's take him. To recap my selection for the second from Saratoga, Seeking the Ante, let's take the 3 horse November Rain, 3162 in the super. The fourth race from Saratoga, it is the Funny Side Stakes. It's a black-type stakes going for a purse $200,000. Race for 2-year-old colts here in Statebreds. Lost my train of thought for a second. Field of 8 horses going to the main track again. The distance of ground of 1,300 meters, or 6.5 furlongs on the Saratoga main track. 1,300 meters, 6.5 furlongs here in the Funny Side. My top selection, we're going to go with the number 7 horse here, who is Run Curtis Run. We'll go 7-8-5-1 in the superfecta, 7-8-5-1 super. Top selection 7 horse Run Curtis Run. This 2-year-old colt by Summer Front. Mike Maker trains. Jose Ortiz gets the mount. The horse's most recent outing came 21st July here at Saratoga. 6 furlongs in the Rick Violetta Stakes, and the horse won by 3.5, 3 3/4 lengths on the front end all throughout. He could have went around another 5 times and still won that easily. Never got to the bottom of a horse. It was a very good race there. Before that, he ran 2 weeks prior on the 2nd of July at Saratoga. 5 furlongs off the turf on the slop in a main special weight 75,000, and he won by a neck. He sat back early after not the best beginnings. Slowly moved his way up, dueled a little bit, 45 to the half, but he got the job done, holding on to a very nice neck victory there. Since the last race, he's really put in these strong workouts, and I think every workout's been a little better and better. I think coming here at 7-2 on the up and up, we'll use him. So to recap my selection for the 4th from Saratoga, it's the Funny Side Stakes. Let's take the 7 horse Run Curtis Run, 7-8-5-1 in the super. So we're going to scroll over to race number 7 now from Saratoga, which is the Fleet Indian Stakes. It's going for a purse of $200,000. Race for 2-year-old filly Statebreds. We have a field of 9 horses going 1 lap around the Saratoga main track, which is 1,800 meters in circumference, or 1 1/8 on the Saratoga main track. 1,800 meters, 1 1/8 here in the Fleet Indian. My top selection, we're going to go take the number 8 horse here, Coffee Bar, and of course, I love my coffee. You can't get enough of it. But I'm going to go 8-7-1-5 in the superfecta, 8-7-1-5 super. Top selection 8 horse Coffee Bar, 3-year-old filly by Outwork. Tom Fletcher trains. Flavian Pratt comes in from the west to ride this horse. Blinkers on here today. Most recently, they ran the horse the 4th of August here at Saratoga. Mile 8th in allowance race for 90,000 against Statebreds. He finished second by 1/4 lengths and was stupidly wide. 5 wide around the turn. He was getting a little bit ground at the top of the stretch, but then was teetering out late. It needs to save ground. Hopefully, with the blinkers on, they could send this horse to the front and where the horse could save a little bit ground. I think if she does that, I think she could go really wire to wire and run a better race, but she's going to have to save ground. 2 back at Belmont, 6.5 in allowance race, 80,000 for Statebreds, and the horse finished second by 5 3/4 lengths. Didn't break well, again, stupidly wide, was gaining ground late, but first off the bench, needed the race, and then prior to then, the Busanda at Aqueduct, mile 8th in late January, the horse finished second by length. Just kind of stalked all the way around the race course, had the lead, but then got caught late. Again, okay race there, and then broke the maiden very easily at Belmont at Aqueduct in a one-turn mile, winning by 8 1/4 lengths, getting the job done. Like I said, easy. Training well here. Like I said, has to save some ground. Wouldn't surprise me if this horse goes wire to wire from that bad post draw. So we'll use her along with the as an upsetter, the 7-horse Epona's Dream. Most recently, I heard Saratoga on the mud going a mile and 8. The horse won very, very easily. I took her a few starts to break the maiden, but she did it very easily there. And then before that, she had a decent third on the stop at Belmont. Some of those races, I think she's the kind of horse as the distances get longer, she should really run these good races. If there's going to be a pace meltdown, it could be her at 20-1. Do like her dirt races, hidden sneaky form. We'll use her to blow up this late pick 4 or this all stakes or this late pick 5. But to recount my selection for the 7th from Saratoga, it's Fleet Indian. We're going to take the 8-horse Coffee Bar. We'll give kudos to the 7-horse Epona's Dream. We'll go 8-7-1-5 Super, 8-7 in your multi-race. The 8th race from Saratoga, it is the West Point Stakes. It's going for a purse of $150,000. Races for 3-year-olds and upwards here. We have a field of 8 horses heading to the inner turf course. The distance of ground is 1,700 meters, or the distance of ground of a mile and a 16th on the top selection here in the West Point. I'm going to go take the number 8 horse here, Mo Ready. We'll go 8-2-7-1 in the superfecta, 8-2-7-1 super. Top selection 8 horse, Mo Ready. This 4-year-old gelding by Uncle Mo. Tom Fletcher trains. Flavian Pratt gets the mount. The horse's most recent outing came in optional 80 here at Saratoga, mile 8th on the Melling Turf course on the 6th of August. And the horse's return to the turf really ran decently. Finished second by half length. She stalked all the way around the race course, a little bit wide, but she was closing up well. Outran her 14-1 odds, definitely against those tougher competition. Coming back to state breds, back to turf, where she runs well. Again, I think she could really he could really run a good race. 2 back to ran the horse in the Kingston at Belmont, a mile 16th off turf on the mud on the 31st of May. First off the branch, on a surface, the horse is not really like, he finished 3rd by 27 1/4 lengths, was with him early on, completely hit the wall, and not a dirt horse there. And then prior to that, at Gulfstream in late December, 1 mile and opposite 25, the horse went by 3/4 lengths, stalked all the way around the race course, and got the job done very, very easily with the class release considered to the race before, which was the Byron Station at Keeneland, a mile and 8th on the 6th of November, where the horse finished 13th by 13 3/4 lengths there, and or 3 3/4 lengths, excuse me, and was stupidly wide and just not really excelling against those slightly better quality horses. And then ran a 3rd in the Belmont Derby, where the horse again was with them early on, but then completely got swallowed by the horses. But this horse is 4-2 on this turf course. Ran here last summer in 2 state bred allowance races, one where the horse won in mid-August, and one where the horse finished 5th by 2 lengths, where the horse just had a horrible, horrible trip. Came back to win very easily after that. But and then as a 2-year-old, actually broke the main on this turf course, going a mile 16th very, very easily. So likes his turf course, training well, gets Flavian Pratt, who's probably the best turf rider in the country coming east. I think he should really run a good race here. Don't throw out the 2-horse Rinaldi. It wouldn't surprise me if he goes wire to wire. Does very well in these state bred races. Absolutely loves his turf course also. So let's use him in the multis. But to recount my selection for the 8th from Saratoga, it is the West Point. Let's take the 8-horse Mo Ready. 8-2-7-1 Super. 8-2 in your multi race. The featured 9th race from Saratoga, it is the Albany Stakes. It's going for a purse $250,000. Race for 3-year-olds here. We have a field of 9 horses going 1 lap around the Saratoga main track, which is 1,800 meters around, or a mile and 8th on the main track. 1,800 meters, a mile and 8th here in the Albany. My top selection, we're gonna go take the number 2 horse here, American Revolution. I'm gonna take 2 horse American Revolution. We'll go 2-4-5-8 in the superfecta, 2-4-5-8 super. Top selection 2 horse American Revolution. 3-year-old colt by Constitution. Tom Fletcher trains. Luis says gets mount. Most recent outing came on the 19th of July at the Finger Lakes, mile 16th in the New York Derby, and the horse won by 7 1/4 lengths and basically stalked, got the lead, quickened up nicely, and could have went around another 5 times. That was a very good run around 2 turns for the first time. Coming here around 2 turns again, speed favoring track, a lot of speed in the horse. It wouldn't surprise me if he goes wire to wire, to the point of he's going to be a single in this late pick 4 for me. 2 back at Belmont, 6 furlongs in main special weight, 75,000, and he won by a neck there, and he was with them early on, got the lead, and didn't go down without a fight. Kind of the second place finish was getting to him, but he held on to the victory. An all-around decent race there. And then in late October at Keeneland, under the previous trainer Rudolph Brissett, 6 furlongs in main special weight, 65,000. The horse finished 4th by the length. Didn't break that well, was a little bit wide, but wasn't gaining ground late. Keep in mind the winner of that race, Mandaloon, and he won extra out, and the second place finisher won extra out, so it was a decent horse he's facing there. Coming here Training well at Saratoga, around a two-turn speed favoring a mile and eighth, and 9 to 5. Like I said, it wouldn't surprise me if it goes wide wire, single in the multis. But to recap my selection for the ninth from Saratoga, it is to Albany. Let's take the 2-horse American Revolution, 2-4-5-8 Super, single is 2 in your multi-race. The 10th race from Saratoga, it's the Yaddo Handicap. It is going for a purse of $150,000. Race for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and upwards. We have a field here of 10 horses heading to the Melon Turf course this time. The distance of ground is 1,700 meters, with a distance of ground of mile 16th on the Saratoga Melon Turf course. 1,700 meters, a mile 16th here in the Yaddo. My top selection, we're going to go take the number 6 horse here, Chocolate Cookie. We'll go 6-2-8-4 in the superfecta, 6-2-8-4 super. Top selection 6 horse Chocolate Cookie, 4-year flip by declaration of war. Top Pletcher trains this one. Iratus Jr. gets the mount. The horse's most recent out came 12th of August here at Saratoga, mile and on the inner turf course, an option 45. If the horse finished second by 1/4 lengths, and probably would have won if the horse didn't breaks a little crappy, hit the gate going out of it a little bit wide, but really closed up well late. Coming here, stakes quality horses, and no Lasix for the first time shouldn't be a problem. I think she could really run a good race. She's always had these weird trips. Two back, she ran an optional 45 here at Saratoga, mile 16th on the Melon on opening weekend, with the horse finished third by 1/3 lengths, and she didn't break that well. Recovered late to get a third place finish, but she still has to break there first off the bench. And then prior to that, on the 4th of October of 2020 at Belmont, 1 mile in the wider in allowance race 55,000, winning by 1 1/4 lengths. Stupidly wide, but she got the job done. But she has to save some ground. She can't go that wide today. And then prior to that, Saratoga, mile 16, the main special way, winning by 3/4 length from a stalling position where she finally broke decently and had a decent trip. She got the job done very easily. Hopeful that she gets a clean trip here today. Training well at Saratoga at 6-1. Let's use her. Don't throw out the 2-horse Classic Lady. Ran last year's Yaddo where she finished third by 1/3 lengths, where she just couldn't go late. She wanted to go early on, but Joe always had a stranglehold on her. Late, she just didn't keep up. But the race before then, the day at the spot, she won very easily, and a decent place before that in the Mount Vernon. She likes this turf course at 7-2. We'll definitely use her on the multis, but to recap my selection for the 10th from Saratoga, it's Yaddo Handicap. We're going to take the 6 horse. We'll go 6-2-8-4 super, 6-2 in your multi race. So good luck to them. Please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody.